Alright, so today we got a decode on how Alabama defeated Auburn in college basketball 79-75. This game was on Wednesday of this week on January 24th. So yeah, for you guys that don't know, it's a big rivalry between Auburn and Alabama, especially in football, but really in general with anything between the two schools. So yeah, they're both colleges out of the state of Alabama. So like I said, how Alabama defeated Auburn 79-75, and to focus on that winning score 79. When I saw that, it just shows, I just know how scripted this all is. And when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to look into this more. And sure enough, I got a good bit of info to present. But, I was like, no way they're going to lose to Alabama. No way. No way. No way they're going to lose to Alabama. Because I live around, I live in Alabama. So, you hear about people talking this all the time, but I'm like, they're not gonna lose. Auburn just beat Ole Miss before this game, before they went up against Alabama. They beat Ole Miss by almost 30 points, and they lose to Alabama, who wasn't even ranked, and Ole Miss was. Like, what? Come on. It just shows how it's just so scripted. But anyways, to focus on the winning score, 79. This is the 22nd prime number. Alabama is the 22nd state in the U.S. Alabama's top scorer, and I knew too. I saw this 22 thing. I saw the pattern already, just how they scored 79 points. And I said to myself, watch, Alabama's top scorer will have had 22 points. Looked it up, sure enough, that was exactly the case. Alabama's top scorer had 22 points. That wasn't the most points scored in the game. Now, one guy on Auburn's team had 25, but Alabama's top scorer had 22. So it's just crazy. But anyways, basketball equals 22. Nate Oates is Alabama's head coach. His birthday is on the day, leaving 79 days in the year. Auburn Tigers equals 79. Again, 79 is the 22nd prime number. And Alabama's mascot is Big Al, a name that equals 22. Now, to talk about the biggest rivalry in college football, between Auburn and Alabama, it's the Iron Bowl. And the first Iron Bowl was played on the 22nd of February. And the result was Alabama losing with 22 points. You can't make this stuff up. Again, Alabama, the 22nd state. Come on. Back to Alabama's win against Auburn in basketball, though. This was their 13th win of the season. Of course, they got their 13th win of the season against a team that is also in Alabama. And that'll make sense here in a minute. But Auburn had the chance to tie this game with 13 seconds left. Alabama's head coach has a birthday, or Nate Oates, who I mentioned. Nate Oates has a birthday on the 13th of October. The abbreviation of Alabama is AL, which equals 13 and 41. The latter number is the 13th prime number. So 41 is the 13th prime number. This game was played in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which became a city on the 13th of December in the early 1800s. And the current mayor of the city has a birthday 13 days after the day in history that Alabama became a state. I think I remember reading Alabama actually became a state one day after Tuscaloosa became a city, which is odd. But, yeah. Going back to Alabama's basketball coach, his first name, Nate, equals 13. His full first and last name is Nathaniel Oates, which equals 41. A phrase that Bama fans say is roll tide, which equals 41. And again, 41 is the 13th prime number. Again, this game was played in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and that exact phrase, with Alabama abbreviated, equals 31. Alabama equals 31. Interestingly, Alabama's now former football coach, Nick Saban, has a birthday on the 31st of October. Alabama's mascot, Big Al, is a name that also equals 31. I mean, it just shows sports are scripted, even at the collegiate level. It's been scripted for a long time, even at the collegiate level. Like in football, I did a decode on, I think, Yale and Walter Camp, who was in Skull and Bones. Yeah, the father of American football, Walter Camp. Yeah, I'll check this out. Definitely, I may leave it linked. This is, because it's a related post. Just shows how, college football has been scripted from the jump. So it's just is what it is. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'm out. Peace.